precisely why this group was picked with 3 fluent English speakers, 2 Japanese speakers with the other 2 learning.
Listen, let me tell you something. Great idea. Whoever came up with the fact that it was like, listen, we need y'all to also speak English because I'm trying to take y'all worldwide. Like, this ain't no just Korea thing.
Power was such that even her legs alone went viral all over.
I'm trying to get that dough. Every day is another struggle. This is my life. So what if my plans say no? Just sit back.
What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Listen, today we are getting into The Revolution, a story of Blackpink. Someone dropped this down in my comments and I kind of was curious, like, what is this about? I hope it doesn't really have anything to do with like the guide of Blackpink. I hope it like digs deeper into like maybe how the girls came to be, or it digs deeper into the girls' separate stories. Because I know within the guide, like it talks about, the guide that I reacted to talked about the girls' personalities. It dug a little bit deep, like I won't even say deep. It dug a little bit into like where the girls were like born at and how many years they trained a little bit. But like, I feel like I need something a little bit more extensive. So here we are, The Revolution. Patreon is up and live. Okay, we have Blackpink, child, I cannot speak today. Blackpink tiers, BTS tiers, K-pop tiers, and in the K-pop tier, I'm diving into Mamamoo, EXO, Twice, all that good stuff. Okay, we are getting into some things. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And we about to listen. 25 minutes. Hopefully, I don't have to stop too much and do too much talking. Because you know how I get into it. I like to talk a lot when I get, what's the word? I guess I should say, when I feel like I need to just like put my input on things, or when I feel like I need to ask questions, that's when you'll really hear from me. But for the most part, when it comes to like the guides and stuff, I really just be wanting to chill. I really don't be wanting to do too much talking. So let's see what they're talking about. The Asian Theory presents.
"34 music show wins, the most viewed YouTube video ever in the first 24 hours. First K-pop group to hit 1 billion views, the most listened to female K-pop artist on Spotify, the most successful K-pop girl group concert of all time, the best charting K-pop girl group of all time, the most popular K-pop girl group of all time. And their name is
Blackpink.
걸그룹 블랙핑크.
Blackpink.
K-pop group na Blackpink.
Blackpink. Blackpink. Blackpink.
Okay.
Blackpink is a name that's known all over the world. They are the hottest group in K-pop right now. But what makes Blackpink so special? There have been other groups with a girl crush concept and other groups with a hip-hop concept. But what did Blackpink do that started this revolution? In 2011, a group called 21 released their hottest single ever called I Am the Best. The group was on fire to become one of the most successful girl groups of all time. By the end of their career, they had 700,000 sales, 43 music show wins, and 6 taesangs. 21's career had just begun to take off. In July of 2012, YG released a video called Future 21 and many fans interpreted this as YG getting ready to start a brand new girl group, despite 21 being brand new themselves, and they were right. The next month, YG released a video introducing a certain girl by the name of Jennie Kim. This would be the beginning of his fresh new girl group.
Oh my god, look at her little
Pink
beanie.
Punk. Yes, you heard me right. Pink Punk. So after a series of teasers, reveals, and rumors, it was speculated that Pink Punk would be a 9-member group. So who exactly were these 9 rumored members? A name you might be familiar with is Yoona Kim. You might recognize her from the girl group The Ark, and more recently the duo Con. She was also on the reality shows Superstar K3, Unpretty Rap Stars 3, and The Unit. Next is Park Jin-hee, who finished 69th in Produce 48 and is now in the group Secret Number. Then we have soloists Jang Hana and Kim Eunbi. And lastly, Cho Mi-yeon. Yes, that Mi-yeon. Main vocalist of G-Idol and Ari of KDA. Slowly, one by one, these 5 members were removed from the group. Until May of 2016, 4 years after Pink Punk was introduced, we were left with these 4 names. Jennie Kim, main rapper, the face of the group, and the first revealed official member. Next we had Lalisa Manoban from Thailand. Lisa debuted as the main dancer and
Hold on. Wait. So the extra 4 girls, were they just in the trainee phase, or did they actually make the group with Jisoo, Rose, Jennie, and Lisa, and then they just, for some unforeseen circumstances, they just didn't make it? They got like booted out the group? Somebody let me know, because that's really interesting. Because I'm thinking maybe it's like the trainee phase and that's the reason why they got cut. Or did they actually make the group and then for whatever reason they just couldn't do it?
lead rapper of the group and was the first non-Korean idol ever of YG Entertainment. The next revealed member was Kim Jisoo, the visual and oldest member of the group, debuting at 21 years old. And the last member of the group to be revealed was Park Chae-young from Australia, more commonly known as Rose, the main vocalist. On June 28, 2016, YG finally revealed the name of the 4-member group, BLACKPINK. And in just less than 2 months, BLACKPINK rocked the world with their duo singles Boombayah and Whistle. It was new, it was fresh, but also confident, cocky, and powerful, thus finally bringing BLACKPINK to your area. Both Boombayah and Whistle topped the charts. 14 days after debuting, they won their first music show award, the fastest a girl group had ever won a music show award after debuting. Just 3 months later, they released Playing with Fire and Stay. And later in the year, they won 5 Rookie of the Year awards.
I'm surprised they got nominated that fast.
In just 6 short months, BLACKPINK had already
Usually
become
there's like a
legendary
a
group.
deadline.
Fast forward to June of 2018, with just only 5 songs, BLACKPINK was already the second biggest girl group in K-pop. Then, they dropped a song by the name of Doo 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 Doo. Little did they know, and little did the world know, that this song would be the catalyst that propelled BLACKPINK into international stardom. It was an instant sensation and became the most viewed video in 24 hours in YouTube history, and eventually it became the most viewed K-pop group video of all time with 1.2 billion views. The song was addictive and the choreography was viral. It debuted at number 55 on the Billboard 100, which at the time was the highest charting K-pop song ever by a girl group. In fact, they were the first K-pop girl group to make the chart since Wonder Girls in 2009. Their first mini album Square Up sold 320,000 units on Count, and at the time became the 8th best-selling Korean album of all time for a girl group. Their presence eventually caught the eye of a certain British singer by the name of Dua Lipa. This would eventually spark a collab called Kiss and Make Up, which would once again chart on the Billboard 100. In October of 2018, BLACKPINK signed with Interscope Records, which is under a little company by the name of Universal Music Group, the biggest music company in the world. And it seemed like BLACKPINK was everywhere. They made appearances on the talk shows The Late Night Show with Stephen Colbert and Good Morning America. Then in March of 2019, they became the first K-pop girl group to ever grace the cover of Billboard magazine. Later that year, they embarked on their In Your Area World Tour, which would eventually become the most successful world tour by a girl group of all time, grossing $37 million.
By a girl
Their single
group or
Kill This Love
K-pop girl
dropped
group?
on April 5th, 2019, once again breaking the record.
If it's just by a girl group, period, that's big. That's big. Did he say by? Let me go back. I gotta make sure I heard him correctly.
That year, they embarked on their In Your Area World Tour, which would eventually become the most successful world tour by a girl group of all time, grossing $37 million. Their single
Bro,
Kill This Love.
That's big. That's big. I'm gonna assume that he's correct in his facts. And if he's factual on that, do you know how big that is? Worldwide, out of any girl group, you talking the TLCs, you talking Destiny's Child, you talking about all them other girl groups. That's big. Okay, bitch. Okay. Listen, I'm not mad at it.
Dropped on April 5th, 2019. Once again breaking the record for the highest charting K-pop girl group song, charting at 41. Their album Kill This Love would garner 380,000 sales in Gaon, becoming the 7th best-selling girl group album of all time. On April 12th, BLACKPINK went on to become the first K-pop girl group to ever perform at the Super Music Festival, Coachella. On April 22nd of 2020, BLACKPINK collaborated with Lady Gaga to release the single Sour Candy. This would once again break the record for the highest charting K-pop girl group song, charting at number 33. On June 26th, BLACKPINK released their long-awaited single, How You Like That, and would go on to break 5 Guinness World Records, including the most viewed YouTube video ever in 24 hours with 86.3 million views. Just 8 hours later, the video went on to become the fastest video of all time to hit 100 million views. 6 days later, it broke 200 million views, the fastest video of all time to reach it, which leads us to today, August 28th. BLACKPINK's newest single with none other than Selena Gomez. Everything that BLACKPINK touches turns to gold, and there is no doubt that this next single will continue to elevate BLACKPINK to the zenith of K-pop history.
A newcomer or even a veteran to K-pop will know after the first seconds of watching or listening to BLACKPINK, immediately they'll get hit with that doo-doo-doo-doo. This group is different. There's a certain power and energy that emanates from BLACKPINK's music and image. To reiterate the earlier question, other girl groups have done the girl crush concept, like 21 or
What is girl crush?
There's
What is that?
other groups with the hip-hop concept. Remember Evil? Remember Glam? Those groups have not even come.
Is that what girl crush is? Is that like a blend of pop and hip hop? Because she said girl crush, but then after that she mentioned hip hop concept. So I'm kind of curious as to what girl crush is. Is that just a K-pop thing? Because that's the first time I've heard of that girl crush before. I don't know if it's something that's just based in Korea for K-pop acts, or if that is like a worldwide thing, because yeah, I've never heard of that before.
Close to what BLACKPINK has achieved in 4 short years. What is their secret? How do they make the masses whistle like a missile?
Who's this?
In 1998, K-pop was still in its early infancy. This new exciting generation of music gave birth to some groups like SES with their vibrant love songs, Finkel with their cute, energetic, sporty concepts, and last was a group by the name of Baby Vox. They combined elements of Western hip-hop with the brand new energetic K-pop, the original Girl Crush. Together, these 3 groups dominated the radio waves. Sound familiar?
Okay.
How about now? Oh wait, there we go. After the first generation of K-pop came and went, another hip-hop group was breaking records left and right. Expanding on the empire that Baby Vox built, they added another layer of badassery and rebellious nature to their songs. 21 was changing the K-pop industry. And finally, in 2016, enter player 3, BLACKPINK, who was almost a carbon copy of 21. In fact, YG himself stated that BLACKPINK was meant to be a copy-paste of 21. He did not want BLACKPINK to be any different at all, saying, "I tried to make the YG version of a girl group like I did with 21, but this time I wanted the girls to look pretty too." Just like how 21 built their foundation on Baby Fox's concept, BLACKPINK was once again evolving the concept of 21. So what exactly
Does he mean
is
girly?
the BLACKPINK concept? BLACKPINK
hope
is
he
the
didn't,
energetic
like,
hook and
literally
the
mean
exotic
pretty
beats
too.
hitting your eardrums, the thumping bass and the blaring air horns, the combination of swag, hip-hop, badassery, and fire, a little bit of sexiness, a touch of glamour, and a hint of female empowerment, the mix of dark black ferocity, and a dash of bright pink pop sound, Jennie's power, Jisoo's saccharine sound, Rose's alluring vocals, and Lisa's lethal raps. This is the BLACKPINK sound. BLACKPINK is not the first girl group to do a girl crush concept, and they certainly won't be the last, but they are the greatest of all time to do it. Now, as much as we praise the girls of BLACKPINK, BLACKPINK is so much more than just the girls themselves. There's a team of executives, of administrators, a team that makes music, a team that makes wardrobe, a team that choreographs, and of course, a team that makes big marketing decisions. Now, any great company or organization needs to have a solid marketing team and great brand image. But what exactly does brand image mean? Simply put, it's the customer's perception of a brand. What does a customer think when they see your brand? A perfect example is Apple. You see Apple and you already know what they're about. They're sleek, they're futuristic, they're high-tech, they're clean. You see Nike, you think sports, speed, strength, inspiration. Now that is brand image. Out of all the groups in K-pop, BLACKPINK has the strongest brand image. There's a saying in marketing, if you confuse, you lose. Meaning if the consumer doesn't know what your product or service is about, you'll lose them. But one look at BLACKPINK, you don't even have to listen to their music, and you know what this group is about. You understand their image, their concept, their music. You, the consumer, already know all this way before Lisa even whispers BLACKPINK in your area. They're fierce, powerful, glamorous, they're hip-hop, they're girl crush. YG has carefully crafted BLACKPINK's image from the sound of their music to the color of their hair. We already discussed their music concept, but there's also the costume, the facial gestures, the makeup, the merch, the light stick, the teasers, the set, and props. Even who they interact with and the events they attend are all part of their brand image. As a result, BLACKPINK only attends VIP prominent events, and they rarely attend events with other idols like music shows or even the ISACs. YG has been infamous for this in the past, wanting his groups to appear exclusive, or as some haters would say, YG wants BLACKPINK to appear as they're better than the other groups. And there may be some truth to that. BLACKPINK wasn't meant to be like the other groups. Right from the start, when he built this group, YG was aiming for something bigger than just Korea. He wanted to dominate the whole entire world. BLACKPINK was built with that specific purpose in mind, built specifically as a group that would target the Western audience and preferences. Precisely why this group was picked with 3 fluent English speakers, 2 Japanese speakers with the other 2 learning.
Listen, let me tell you something. Great idea. Whoever came up with the fact that it was like, listen, we need y'all to also speak English because I'm trying to take y'all worldwide. Like, this ain't no just Korea thing. Like, absolutely not. Like, we're trying to make money. We're trying to get y'all to pop. We're trying to take y'all worldwide. Like, we don't have time. When we get y'all to do interviews, at least a good 3 of y'all need to speak fluent English. Like, ain't no, oh, I can't, ain't no one speaker. 3 or all of y'all gotta speak English. Like, is and to me, I feel like if you really want your group, and I'm not saying all the K-popers or all the K-pop groups have to do this, but I feel like if you truly want to be able to cross over, like really want to be able to cross over, other than having good music, good visuals and all of that, then it has to be more than one person speaking English. Like, it has to be. It just has to be. And again, not all K-pop groups. Not all, I'm not going to name no names. Not all K-pop groups have to do this. But I feel like majority of them, if you really, really want to make it mainstream and you want to be able to do interviews over here and there and so forth, more than just one of y'all, more than just two of y'all, gotta come with the English. You gotta be fluent. So I respect the fact that, and I think I said this before, I think it's really dope that just not even just keep it on Blackpink, just members, K-popers in general, and members of the groups are able to speak multiple languages, because that's super beneficial. People don't realize how beneficial that can be to somebody's career. Not even just in K-pop, just career in general. If you are able to speak, if you are able to be bilingual and speak multiple, do you know how bad I wish I could speak Spanish? Not just to be able to communicate with people who speak Spanish and can't speak English just in daily life, or just if I'm out and about and let's say I'm at the doctor's office or some shit and there's a Spanish speaker, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta talk to her and I can't because I don't speak Spanish. Just keeping it there. Like, I feel like it's imperative. I feel like everybody should at least learn 2 languages. I wish, not saying it's too late, but I wish at a younger age I could have learned how to speak a second language, child. I feel like you could still do it now, but it's a lot more difficult and it takes a lot more time trying to learn. I don't have the patience. I feel like if I was younger, I would have had the patience to do it, especially with being in school. But now you're out of school, you be like, oh God, I don't want to. I don't want to go through it. I'm sorry to go on the rant, but like, it really is imperative to speak multiple languages. So the fact that their label and YG was like, yeah, y'all need to speak multiple languages because we're trying to cross markets. Period, point blank. We are trying to cross markets. We're trying to do interviews here. We're trying to be on the red carpet. Multiple of you guys can speak English, and you know what I mean? Like, it makes it easier for them. It makes it easier for the people interviewing you. It makes it easier for the people that's talking to you in these different countries, and you're able to speak to your fans who are American and they do speak English. Like, it just makes it so much easier for everybody. And again, I'm not saying you have to. And if you are not an English speaker and you are comfortable speaking in your language, then do that. Then do it. It's like, it's not easy speaking another language. It really isn't. That's some shit that you got to learn from a young age for you to be able to even like get it down pat. But let's get to it because I didn't talk too damn much.
And 2 speakers with basic Mandarin. This is to target the 2 the most skilled multilingual speaking groups in the industry. Lisa, at this point, is a walking Google Translate app.
세 개.
뭐랑 뭐랑?
3개 국어.
4지 4.
어머.
Mm-hmm.
This next big marketing move will be referred to as the "as if it's your last" strategy. When Blackpink debuted in 2016, they had 2 singles, then just 3 short months later they came back with the singles Playing With Fire and Stay. And fans were excited because it seemed like the group was consistently coming out with new music. Then, 7 months later, in June of 2017, As If It's Your Last hit the deck like pam pam pam. It was an exciting single with bright aesthetics and a hot beat, but that's all it was. A single. No album, no B-sides. The name As If It's Your Last was truly a fitting name for Blackpink because it felt like, well, it was their last single. And for the next year, the airwaves were silent. The fans were furious, annoyed, dejected, but most importantly, they were hungry.
A lot of you guys are asking for a comeback. It's hard to ignore because it hurts my feelings. Just to read them and just ignore. I'm not ignoring, guys, it's just that we are not too sure. So I'm sorry.
Don't
give up, guys. Let's not give up. Both of us.
The fans thirsted for any piece of Blackpink content they could find their hands on. Rumors, mashups, fan art, YouTube theories, the reality TV show BLACKPINK House. Finally, in June 2018, the famine was doubling BLACKPINK's entire discography from 5 to 9 songs. And immediately, BLACKPINK knocked that and got another banger. As mentioned earlier, Doo 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 became the most viewed video in 24 hours in YouTube history, and eventually became the most viewed K-pop group video of all time with 1.2 billion views. So it seemed like YG's strategy had worked. Here I have outlined a 100% foolproof YG plan. Step 1, starve the fans for a year. Step 2, tease them a little, give them a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Step 3, release. Drop the single that's too hot to handle. And the last step is dominate the charts, kill them, and stack up my millions. Now, this is a risky strategy, but in economics, this is called the scarcity principle. If there is very little of a product, in other words, if a product or service is scarce, more people will deem it to be of high quality, driving up demand. How many times have you seen advertisements that say limited time offer or while supplies last? Scarcity creates demand. People want what they can't have.
That is
K-pop
true.
fans hate it, but it really is a genius move. Other K-pop groups wouldn't be able to pull it off. K-pop groups depend on constant promotions and comebacks to create brand awareness. But BLACKPINK's brand awareness stats are already maxed out at level 99. There isn't a K-pop fan alive who doesn't know who BLACKPINK is, so they're able to use this method to build demand. Additionally, YG built BLACKPINK with the intention of expanding globally, specifically westward. I know for K-pop fans, a year break is a long time, but for Western standards, a year would actually be considered a very fast comeback. Ed Sheeran usually has a 2 to 3 year break in between his albums. Pharrell hasn't released an album since 2014.
That's true.
Queen is still active and performing.
That
and
is
going
very
on tours,
true.
but they haven't released new music for 24 years. So with that perspective in mind, is 1 year really that long?
Awesome screen, awesome camera, long
But see-
lasting battery life.
Hold on. I have to ask this. Even though they took a 1 year hiatus, were they still doing performances? Were they still giving out certain type of content? Because it's different if you don't put out any music at all, or you're not seeing them go to like events or perform, or they're on a tour, or like something has to make up for like them being completely absent when it comes to music. Or were they just gone like completely, like no music, no shows, no red carpet events, no nothing? Them two things are it's a big difference. So that's why I'm curious as like, were they still popping out at events, and were they still showing their faces? Were they still doing interviews? Like, were they still giving you guys some type of content to replace the lack of music that wasn't coming out within that year? No. Theories. Does it say theories?
Music, choreography, a great marketing team, those are all great things to have. But what really draws people to BLACKPINK are the heroines of BLACKPINK themselves.
Oh, heroines.
Lalisa Manoban, Kim Jisoo, and Jennie Kim. Whether it be their charm, their personality, their story, or their amazing talent, there is something about each of them that makes a fan want to follow them, devote their life, or possibly even worship them. Lisa was born in 1997 with the name Pranpriya Manoban in Thailand. Early in her childhood, she met with a fortune teller who
That's
said she
cute.
should change her name to Lalisa, as this name would bring her immense luck. And what does Lalisa actually mean? Translation? The one who is praised. Fast forward a decade later, and the name could not be more true. She is the most popular global idol in the world by a huge margin. On Instagram, she has 38 million followers, making her the 90th most followed account in the world. Of the top 100 accounts, she had the most engagement, with 21% of her audience engaging with Lisa. For comparison, the top 5 accounts, the official Instagram account, Cristiano Ronaldo, Ariana Grande, The Rock, and Kylie Jenner, have an engagement of 1.55%. In 2019, she was the most searched and trending idol according to Google. Her star power was such that even her legs alone went viral all over the world, with people like Stephen Colbert, James Corden, Lil Nas, and thousands of others parodying the meme. People love Lisa. People want to be Lisa. People praise Lisa.
Nah, Lisa is that bitch for real though.
What is it about Lisa that draws people to her? Look at you, now look at her. Well, first and foremost, she is the pinnacle of dancing prowess in the industry. She was able to beat out thousands of other hopefuls in Thailand at the 2010 YG auditions because she was the best dancer and best performer by miles and miles.
She can be very, very sexy and very, very cute. She has perfect control of her body. She can take a move that would look awkward on anybody and make it look amazing. You watch her and all you want to do is dance.
I would love to see like
see that she has flame in her veins. Her dance is like crack. Every day she's styling, killing everything in her way.
Like the video for like when they did their audition. Like I would love to see, like I don't know if they have audition videos for K-pop stars or if they record them, but I would love to see the audition for Lisa. Which they might, I don't know if they have it or not. Somebody let me know. But I would love to see that. Because that probably would be fire.
She's wild, and not only that, Lisa just has such a lovable personality. She's funny, she's cute, she's cheerful. She's just a ball of sunshine and optimism. You can be sure that she'll be kicking down the door to everyone's heart in your area. Rose was born in 1997 in Auckland, New Zealand as Park Chae-young. She later moved to Melbourne, Australia when she was 7 and spent most of her life there. Originally, Rose did not believe that becoming a K-pop idol was in the cards for her, but her father encouraged her to follow her dreams.
Did you audition for YG in Australia?
Yes, like literally like just an open audition.
Why'd you do it?
Because my dad told me to.
Rose stated, in Australia, I didn't think that there was much of a chance for me to become a singer, especially to become a K-pop star. I was living so far from the country that it never really occurred to me as a possibility. And from day one, Rose was noted for her amazing golden vocals. In the 2012 auditions at Sydney, she beat out 700 other hopefuls, placing first. Because of her unique voice as a 16-year-old, she was placed on a track called Without You, with the biggest name in K-pop at the time, G-Dragon. Since then, of course, she's debuted with BLACKPINK, captivating not only with her prominent singing, but with her sweet charm, kind heart, and innocent wholesomeness.
All the times that you rain my parade, and all the clubs you get in using money. Find a man like you got me twisted. You must not know about me, you must not know about me. I'm officially missing you.
And then there's Kim Jisoo. All it takes
is Rose singing Officially Missing You by Tamia. Cause that's my shit. I love me some Tamia, child.
For immaculate visuals.
Period.
And you're not alone. That's what the talent scouts at YG noticed about Jisoo. Recognized as being one of the greatest visuals in K-pop today, she's a model for Kiss Me, Cartier, Burberry, and of course, one of Dior's muses. You wouldn't have guessed it by a first glance, but Jisoo is actually the comic relief of the group. In terms of variety skills and humor, Jisoo is easily the best in the group. She's wacky, funny, and eccentric. In Korea, she's what's referred to as having a 40 personality. She's a complete goofball, which is what most fans love about her. Whether it's just being a complete jokester, prankster, or balancing bottles, what's certain is that she won't be leaving fans bored.
Yahoo! My heart so bounce, okay?
And lastly, of course, is Jennie Kim. Many people are calling her the queen of K-pop, despite debuting just 4 years ago. Ever since she was revealed as a trainee back in 2012, she has been making waves. It seemed like even as a trainee, Jennie was destined for greatness, making her first MV appearance in 2012 as a 16-year-old in G-Dragon's XX, and then even joining him on stage later for BLACKPINK. She was easily the most popular female idol in Korea of 2019, topping the brand rankings. She earned first place 6 out of the 12 months. Recently, her solo song, fittingly named Solo, was a monster hit, becoming the most viewed music video by a female artist with 500 million views. Many people who know her personally describe her as being charming and sweet. On screen, she appears to be this fierce, powerful, bulletproof diva. but in real life she's actually a sweet softie.
이거 다리에 손 나올 것 같아.
아니면 내가 먼저
아니야, 누구야? 어떡해. And Happy New Year. 안녕.
다 봤어요.
나 진짜
어떤 사람이 이렇게 놀랄까 너무
나
놀라.
살면서 내가 본 사람 중에 제일 겁쟁이야.
She's like, what is happening?
And is the poster child of badass, of girl crush, of ferocity. She is the princess of YG, the human Chanel, the it girl of Korea. The person everyone loves to hate. Some look at her with envy, while others look at her with admiration. Some people hate her, many people love her, but everybody knows her. And together, they become the most powerful and the most hyped girl group in K-pop history. The world is theirs for the taking. Everywhere they show up, blows up. Currently, YG is sitting on the biggest gold mine in K-pop history. Their potential is limitless. YG just needs to play his cards right, and currently, he has a royal flush. But he actually needs to play them and let the girls of BLACKPINK shine. BLACKPINK recently hit their 4-year anniversary a couple days ago, and to date, they've only had 17 songs. And I know that's frustrating for a lot of Blinks who are just done with waiting. I know you gotta be tired, and when the night gets dark, let them be your fire.
Aww. This was cute. I really enjoyed this. Thank you to whoever. I don't know what comment it was that I seen, but I had seen someone put it. Thank you to whoever recommended this video. This was a really cute video. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this video. This is probably one of my favorite videos I've watched in a minute, to where I'm just like enjoying what's being said, and I agree with a lot of the sentiments that he had on his channel. So I think that's really dope. Woo! Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel, okay? Turn on post notifications so you know when I drop another BLACKPINK reaction. Again, Patreon is up and live, okay? And I do drop content weekly over there, probably like 3 times a week or something like that. So go ahead and get over there and subscribe. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Done it all, been through it all. I walked over the motherfucking fire with sandals. Gonna burn your feet eventually. Mic check.